Cheers, people. Get in there, people. Yes, yes. One love, one love, one love. Oi. Cheers out there. Can I have one of them? Oh, can you pass it over to my sweets? My sweets and lights. Submarine phrase. I don't know. I don't know if it's spooky or it's just the fact that it's being driven with an Xbox controller and it just fucking. Do you know those controllers? They're not very reliable, are they? We've all had them. I don't know what to think. I just think like technology goes wrong, and at the end of the day, when you're diving, was it 2 miles in depth or something, then anything can happen really. And you know what I mean? How many times you've been on your Xbox or your PlayStation and your controller fails? I think that's a logical explanation, don't you? What if it comes back right, and then when they find these whatever, yeah, hopefully they find him alive, but they find them, and then they find out it's because of the Xbox controller. Just saying. Imagine being stuck down there. I know, just stuck down there in the middle of the ocean, next to the fucking Titanic. It's one of those, isn't it? But whatever's happened, it's fucked up. And it just shows you all that money that these people earn. It's like it can be a curse a lot of the time, can't it? You know, he's a multi-billionaire, that one British guy is, but it's just all that money in the world. It don't fucking help you when you're in that situation. Look at Colin McRae and his helicopter crash when he had his son in there and other people. His son's friend was in there as well. His son's friend wasn't even meant to be going on the helicopter. Right, he was over at the lad's house, and then they decided just to do a little loop. So they took him out. And there you go. And the rest is history. They're all dead. No, I'm not putting the link up, Scott. There's new rules now. I'm only going to put the link up and obviously get people up to obviously come up who I know and who I've verified. Because every time I get people on here, I get porn bombed. So I'm not doing it, mate. I need to verify people. If you want to join my my Facebook, my Instagram, by all means get on there. But I need to verify you, mate. I don't know who you are other than Scott. And to be fair, I know, like I say, anyone else coming up, I've got to know who they are. So, for example, I'll give you some examples. Fruit Mad World, Tim. I know who Tim is, right? So I'd let Tim up, right? Because I've known him for years. Velly 420. I know Velly, yeah? I know him. I know his name. I know where he is, yeah? Cosmic Kitty, another example. All these people I know, yeah? Or I have sort of verified, if you like. Who else have we verified? Barker Yonks, Urban Geno Hunters UK. All these people are connected to me as far as I've spoken to them or I've had some form of connection. But to protect the channel going forward, that's the way going up, right? I need to know who's coming up. So I'm not going to, like you say, a lot of you I haven't known very long. And I've been porn bombed pretty much every single time I've come online at the minute. We will have to verify people, like say, in future, going forwards. I'm not going to risk the channels. I'm putting too much work into it now. Just don't want to step back and, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not going to have fucking idiots come in. I'm not going to turn it into sort of one of these free-for-all sort of, do you know what I mean, mornings. I don't want a channel like that. You know, Lord J runs a channel like that, basically. I'm not interested in running a channel like that. Where people are just bullying and fucking being nasty and shit like that. I'm not interested. What are you drinking then? And what am I drinking? Are we drinking or are we tea in it? Is it a bit earlier? Should I have a cup of tea? Should I have a nice cup of tea? Just put a screen. Let's have a cup of tea. Yeah, man. No, Scott, it's not. I'm not being funny, mate, but every time you've come up, mate, I've been porn bombed. And it's been off the same picture as well. So it's either, like, you know what I mean, somebody you're associated with, or, you you know what I mean? One of the cronies who've come over from fucking Rick's. I don't know, but it just seems to be when you've come on, mate. I've been porn bombed. Right, let's have a little pipe. And that's not having a dig at you. That's just making an observation that somebody else actually made. Yeah, somebody else actually made the observation to me. And I was like, oh, okay. Cheers. You do it to me. Right, so no problem, Scott. You crack on, mate. I ain't bothered, mate. It doesn't interest me, mate. But to be fair, by your response there, Scott, I would pretty much say that was you porn bombing me again, yeah? Yeah? So I would pretty much say that was you porn bombing me. Yeah? So you caught yourself out there, mate. So I did have a suspicion it was you. Get in there. Hey, hey. Cheers, people. Hey. Fucking blow it up. It's not what I think of you. I have to protect the panel, Scott. And the simple fact is, every time you've been up, I've been porn bombed. So that's not saying anything. That's just stating a fact. But you're the only person who's been up, and the only time you've been on, the same person has porn bombed me with the same pictures. So from that point of view, that's why I can't have you up until I verify you. I'm not saying you can't come up. I'm saying I need to know who you are before you come on the panel. All right? I've been here before. I've been around too long for this. All right? Been here. I've been through that. I've seen it all before. I've had, I've smelled it all before, mate. Literally, I have been told really badly in my time. Yeah. So from that point of view, my guard's up with people. And like I say, it's the definition of insanity, yeah. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over, can you? Get a different result. So something's got to change, and the security's got to go into the channel. Like I say, I need to know who people are. So again, Free Mad World, Mel just wants to come up. By all means, not a problem. I know who he is. That's just an example I'm using now. Belly, I know Belly for a long time. Fine people, I know, verified. Mike Toppins is verified. All these people are verified. Cheers, people. Yeah, no, Milo. Oi, oi. How are you, mate? Is that Milo? Huh? And again, yeah, you got to see people's faces there. It's quite sensitive, isn't it? Get in there, Kitty. How you doing? Oi, 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 oi. How are we, people? How are we? I need to change that music over there. Hey, good, good. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, man. I'm just setting some rules for anyone who's just coming. It's just like I need to know who people are before they come up. Like I say, people I know. And Reese Weiss, I know you are. See your face. I know you're address. You know, again, I know these people. You know what I'm saying? These people I know, they can come up. Because I know how it is for years and years. He's welcome to come up when I put the links in. You know what I mean? But I need to know that they're genuine people. I'm not going to play these games where you get porn bombed. Just you know what I mean? I can't be fucked with it. Yeah, it's all positive. Cheers, people. Getting a break on the go. Yeah, positivity is the only way to be in it. Yeah, wasting time with yeah, I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, that's something separate. Do you know what I'm saying? What all I'm sort of really saying is just when I'm letting people out, I need to know that because I've been porn bombed. So it's not. I'm just using Kitty as an example because obviously I've followed her for years, like you guys. I know she's a real person, address, etc. It's all there, isn't it? And she's out there, like me. I'm out there, yeah. Like you know, Timmy is out there. Like Belly is out there, yeah. So all these people, they're verified, aren't they? Aren't they? I'm the real one. Yeah, I don't know why you bother sticking around here. I'm not sure. Positivity Scott is controlling is dangerous. Yeah, you know what I mean. That is true. That's a good comment. That is troll killer actually. Trolling is dangerous. It is dangerous, isn't it? It can be. It can be for some people. No, 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 that's fine. Stay, no worries. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's free speech, they say. You can say what you want. I just obviously explaining from my point of view. It's all about sort of just setting up these streams first, really. We get to know each other a little bit later on when people start. That's the whole idea of streaming, isn't it? Getting people in and getting to know them, and you know what I'm saying. This is in my bag. Oh, right. Right, just talk between yourselves a second. I will be back. Then I will see if I can get something up. It doesn't work out in the friendship. Taxes will take place. Yeah, been there. I've been there. Had all that before. Yes, we have. Right, let me just make a break. Do you want a break? A bit early, but I'll have a beer because I don't want to be up late anyway. Right then, let's right. So, and I'm going to put the link in, but I only want people coming up who are verified. Well, obviously, people who, you know what I mean, like I've explained.
I think it's 50-50 personally. I think some of it was driven by the growth, and I think some of it was the food.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Personally, I think it's a very selfish thing to do.
Of course it is.
It's down to protection because they want someone to call an ambulance. Because if you were going to do that, you wouldn't do it on camera. You would slip away privately into it because you won't want to be found. So yeah, I think it's probably 50-50 on that account.
So when you put your sack, the way to do it then is it to put your shield up then or something there? Okay. Cheers. It is a little bit early to be drinking, isn't it, for me? I'm only have a cup of tea right now. Shall I? I'm going to have a tea.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on this for a second.
I'll have that then.
You haven't been here, have you?
Yeah, I've already had one.
Mad cunt you are. It's too early for me.
Oh. Thing is, he likes the attention. Whether it's good or bad, he likes the attention. And now he's saying that he's been monetized. Well, if people just stop watching him and subscribe to him, he's not going to get very far from that. But he loves the attention. He doesn't care that it's bad attention. He thrives on that. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't be there. I mean, we were trolled, and after a few days, I had enough. It was enough. So he's mentally deranged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting, Stacey. It really is disgusting. I'm surprised with him chucking away evidence, burning it, that he didn't get reprimanded by the police for that, because that is a criminal offence in itself. Yeah, you would do yourself wise, Kitty, to distance yourself from that one. I've got to say. Just imagine if you had kids, Kitty, and that was your child, and somebody had done that to your child. It's just wrong. It's just pure nastiness. That is below anything else you could ever do. That's just a no-no in most people's books.
It's the man between getting and sad.
2 seconds. Is this Kitty? Just 2 seconds, and I'll let Kitty out.
This fucking heart thing they put on this fucking app, I can't see the messages anymore. It's really annoying. what they've done.
Hello. Hi, Justin. Hi,
Are you
Ninja.
okay? You okay?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just making a brew. Ninja, just
No, listen.
I'm just making
When
this.
I keep getting attacked. Right. I've not been to Rick Productions channel for a long time. It's been 3 years now, and people come in my chat claiming that I've been over there, and I haven't. I don't
Been over
go
where?
to his
Into
channel,
Rick's?
and obviously there's some people that's cloned me and have gone over there, but it's not me over there. But then people come in my chat saying about that, and then it's like, you know, you get it's just people constantly asking you questions about Rick. So it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't watch him, so when it you know, I will get the odd time when there's like videos out there about him, but I don't directly go to his channel. That's what I'm saying. So
No, that's it.
you know, it doesn't interest me.
Pulled
Rick
you in,
doesn't
didn't
interest
they?
me. Okay, Rick
Yeah.
Rick doesn't interest me at all. So just want to let you know that.
He's a funny boy. Yeah, no, I just like the people do the same. They do try and pull you, not just that way, but they'll pull you other ways as well. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think originally people pulled me towards you because they said you were trolling me, but obviously later on I found out it wasn't actually you; it was somebody completely different. So there you go,
It
in there,
was,
people. You
yeah,
didn't
I did
troll me;
say
it
that.
was
Like,
somebody else,
this is
and I
what I
tracked them
mean.
down and
I
I
get
found them.
framed for everything.
Yeah, it wasn't you, but that's what brought me
Yeah,
into the
framed.
community in the first place. Was that, and I've never
Oh my
left.
god.
Been in the background since.
No, it weren't me. Like, I think this is the first time I've properly been on the panel with you, like, especially on your channel. So,
I've not really done panels, really, have I? I've just.
Not really.
well, no, I didn't even realise you did them. Actually, that's all.
No,
But
I
anyway,
just started really.
I've got no.
I just fancy sort of doing something a bit different now, and do you know what I mean? Just taking the channel up to another level, really. You can't do that on my own
Yeah,
all the time. It's good to have other people, really, and do you know what I mean? And have different topics and stuff like that. So yeah, see
yeah,
how it goes, isn't it?
yeah.
Have you been up to that place in
You've been. So,
Ashby?
sorry, say that.
Have you been up to that place in Ashby? Have you seen that video I did about the ruins? I'm sure you were talking about it the other night. Have you been
Yeah,
up there?
Ashby is. Yeah, it's
Just
because I've got family up that way. You see, I've
yeah,
got
it's just
family
as
up
you
there,
come off
so
the
I go
motorway,
there
isn't it? And
often.
you go down like about a mile of a lane, and you just come to it. It's just in the middle of nowhere. It is. I've done a film on
Yeah,
it. I've done a little sort of 8-minute video on it.
I'll have to have a look. I'll have because I've not watched quite a lot of channels. So I'll have to have a look.
Yeah,
Because I like doing stuff like that. It's just I don't have a car. Like if I
yeah,
had a car, I'd be travelling out there and doing filming out there.
yeah. Exactly. You need to be able to get out and about, don't you? Definitely. And that was like before I had my, when I didn't have my car, I couldn't do nothing. And remember that? Yeah, can't do nothing. I wouldn't be without it now, though. Let me tell you, it does everything. Doesn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'll be doing a bit of that. We'll have to do one of those ghost box one night. I'll have to sort it out and charge it up. Obviously, there's not many people who are really interested in that, are they? But obviously, I know you're quite
I
into
know
that.
it's really hard to find people
It'd be
interested
really
and
good.
local. You see,
Well,
it's local as
whenever I've
well.
done it, they've taken the piss out of me. People have, so it's always knocked me down a little bit. So I've just never sort of bothered with it, really. But I did do a whole channel on
It's
it at
been
once, didn't I?
yeah. Well, it only what it needs is like a group of people, like
Yeah,
and regular uploads, everything to kick off. It's all it
yeah,
needs
yeah,
is like a kick off. That's it. Because a lot of people are interested in the paranormal. You might attract people from that are interested. You see. when they start to say, "Oh, there's some videos there," and then they
the right
start,
place to go, isn't it? And film.
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, if you start to film it, and then other people come in and say, "Oh," then they might be, if they're interested, they'll stick around, and then they'll bring their friends and
Yeah, there is
share
a
it
big
out.
fan base
So,
for it. There's a big market, I think, for that sort
Yeah.
of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not a small little niche in YouTube, is it? I think it's quite a big niche, to be fair.
oh, it's
So
big
probably
now.
yeah, massive.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do a bit, like I say, do a bit of Ghost Box. Scares the shit out of me though, isn't it? Some of the voices. Do you remember when we did the one at the mill?
Yeah.
Do you remember all the sort of the growls and all the fucking shit coming through that? Oh my god. It's the first time I've ever heard that ghost box come to life like that, and it was like, oh my god, this is real. It actually works. Do you know what I mean? But people won't believe it until they actually hear it, and then they can make their own minds up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very open. I mean, I've had experiences myself, so
Yeah, I've had one or two.
yeah.
One or two. And that's before I took any drugs out there, people. Once upon a time, I didn't take anything. I was a straight head.
We've had a couple of experiences here, haven't we?
We have,
With,
yeah.
Like in the garden, somebody running across.
Running behind me.
Yeah.
We've had somebody die in the house here before we come here.
I was going to ask you that, if you've had anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like somebody running past me, but behind, and it shut me up.
Yeah, and then about 2 weeks later, I went out there and said, she explained to you that exactly the same thing happened. Just like literally walking out towards the garage, and it was like somebody was running up behind me, and I turned around to sort of face her, and it was just no one there. It was like, what the fuck is that? That's weird. And then the bedroom, wasn't it, that we moved from?
Yeah.
I couldn't get on with it. That's obviously where he died, because I felt that as soon as I got in there, I felt it, and I didn't like it at all. I couldn't sleep. I just felt like somebody was like stood over me all the time. So, but I moved. Yeah, moved out the room, and it was fine then, wasn't it? We moved into a different bedroom.
Doesn't bother anyone else. Just bothered you.
I could, because I was sensitive to it. I could feel him there, like, you know what I mean. He was there. It's fucking creepy. Like I say, people.
You should have. Have you been to that? Because obviously there's a ghost group that I went with in Desford, Leicester.
Yeah, I've seen. There's one down here.
Do you know that haunted naughty? Do you know that haunted naughty boys school in Leicester, abandoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, been there with a big ghost group, and that was freaky. Ooh, that was crazy.
Meant to be bad, isn't it? I've been in there, but not like not ghost hunting, but that's meant to be pretty bad in there. A few people.
Oh, it is bad.
I know when most haunted, they were like, "This is the worst place we've ever been to. The most active." It's just like, but they used to hang.
It is active because the children touch you. They touch you.
Yeah.
This is why I mentioned it, because they touch you. The kids, you can feel them pulling you. You hold your hands in a big circle, right? And the host explains you might feel some tugging or pulling, and then I actually felt it. I'm like, oh, what was that? You know.
Yeah, it's freaky. Freaky.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. That's some weird experiences like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird experience in that Woodchester mansion. Went into that room.
What the cellar? I was trying to explain that the other day, because there's a demon dog ghost thing. Yeah. They don't call it that though. There's a name for that type of ghost or that type of entity.
It's a shook.
I can't remember what they.
Black shook. Black shook,
is it? Yeah, that sounds.
Black shook.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, and they're like a demon, but they're in the form of a dog, basically.
Yeah, we read that on one of the
Yeah, we didn't see it, but again, it felt freaky as fuck. It did, didn't it? Like that was really.
And we went into one of the rooms upstairs as well. When we walked through, we felt really disoriented.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
That was quite spooky.
I got that in that place in Ashby though, because I went onto the ruins, not when I filmed it, when I went, and I actually went into the ruins. I went into one of the rooms, at the back. Well, I say ruins, but it's ruins. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ruins. But all I could felt was this just pressure on my chest, like somebody was stood on my chest, literally like stood on it, and I couldn't breathe. I was like, do you know what I mean?
that.
Panicking me as
Do
well.
you know what
I
that
couldn't
is,
breathe
don't
at
you?
all.
That's like sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it was horrible. But I moved out of the room, and then the pressure just went from my chest completely. It just went. It was just
Yeah,
it was really strange. I don't know, like if somebody's
because they're
been
meant to
talking.
be the Hat Man and the old hag, that
Yeah,
are demons that people are sighted all around the world. These demons,
yeah.
and they're supposed to do that, suffocate you.
Sit on your chest and stuff like that. I have
Yeah,
seen like images of stuff like that. Like, do you know what I mean? What do you call it? Animations and stuff.
yeah. Have you been to Grace Dew Priory in
Where is that?
just as you're coming up to Thrinxton? You know that bull,
Is there a lot of grounds that you
Bull's
walk
Head.
around now? I
It's
may have
like
done.
ruins there. It's an old nunnery around there. It's all
Yeah.
in ruins.
Trying to
That's
think.
haunted. That place is haunted. That
Well,
woods is haunted as well.
got
Really
loads up
haunted.
by you, to be fair. You've got loads of places. Absolutely
Yeah,
tons.
yeah. Scary round
Yeah,
there.
I used to do paranormal videos, troll killer, but like I say, I just like it's sort of knocked my confidence. It wasn't for everyone, and it's just because I had a small channel, it just sort of knocked me down a bit. But no, it's what I do enjoy it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I find it interesting, you know, and I like to debunk stuff as well. I don't like to just say, oh yeah, that's a ghost, definitely, because of what, you know what I mean? I like to think of
Yeah,
reasons why it
there's a
may
lot of
not be,
natural
try and debunk it,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean? And that's what makes things
yeah.
really good, was if you can go through all the different scenarios, go, right, the window was shut, right? So where's that breeze come from? Is the door open? Right, okay, the door might be open a little bit. That's how that door's shut. That's, do you know what I mean? That sort of theory behind thinking about, you know what I mean, and trying to work things out, because people are so quick to sort of just go, yeah, that's definitely got to be a ghost, that is. Do you know what I mean? We like just sort of going through the thought process and trying to work a logical explanation why things may be happening. But then when you've gone through that thought process and you've just like, do you know what I mean? You've gone through all the logical stuff and it just still sticks out as something being weird. You know what I mean? Then you know it's kind of paranormal at that point, don't you?
Yeah, you can tell the difference as well because you feel the electricity. It's like I do when
As soon as I walk
I
into a
know the
place,
difference,
I
right?
know straight away. I can feel the energy in it.
Yeah,
Feel it straight away. Yeah.
it's like an energy that is, and it's an instant mind. It's like someone's put image in your mind, and it's like
Yeah.
you get an instant knowing.
Yeah, I generally know if somebody's died in somewhere, I'll go into a place straight away and like I feel that straight away. Do you know what I mean? Some
Yeah,
people say
some
it's
instant
psychic, but
knowing.
it's not really. It's more of a feeling, I would call it, within myself.
Yeah,
It's just a
it's
feeling.
more of
I
a
just get
feeling. Yeah,
like a gut feeling with it.
yeah.
But I've got psychics in my
It's like
family as well. I've got
you know it's real, but then you try and
yeah,
explain it to someone, you don't know how to start because you know that instantly they're not going to believe you.
but if
You know,
they've not got the
instantly.
gift themselves, sometimes it's very hard for them because they're looking at it from a skeptical point of view where
Yeah,
don't understand it. They just think you're mad. That's all I get, innit?
Yeah.
You're fucking nuts, you
oh
are.
yeah, you're on drugs. Oh yeah. I laughed because I said, well, I've never took drugs, so I've never took drunk alcohol. Well, I have, but I don't do it now.
No.
I don't bother with it. I just have
I
non-alcoholic
can't believe
drinks.
people actually thought you did pills earlier. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
are people really that
you know
gullible
what?
that they think
You know
Kitty
what? I'm
does
so.
pills?
What it is?
Out of
That pissed me off. That guy
everybody on
pissed me off.
YouTube, Kitty does not do drugs. Come on, people. She doesn't do drugs.
Even I know that.
Yeah, you've seen her enough to know, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, you would know the difference. I've seen people who take drugs, and especially, well, I was talking the real hard stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
with some guys on here that have it every day. I mean, look at therapy.
Yeah, it's
Look at
crazy. When they're
therapy
on coke
and his
like that,
schizophrenic behaviour. Yeah, that's an example of someone that's
yeah,
definitely on it.
it's mad, isn't it? I don't do anything like that. I don't do crack, don't do cocaine, don't do heroin. Not into. I just do my cannabis, and that's for medical reasons. I take it; it's prescribed to me. Although I don't buy prescription a lot of time because it's too bloody expensive, so I end up getting it from other means. But yeah, I'm prescribed. I'm a legal cannabis user. So legal, which is good because obviously the laws has changed now, isn't it? Really. So, but it just like people do put you into that sort of that crack and that heroin sort of category a lot of the time, and I was just like, I've never even taken those drugs, let alone even contemplated taking them. It wouldn't be anything, you know what I mean?
No, not
That,
at all.
Well, I know the difference I know the difference. Who's someone who's like, you know, really off their head, where they're, you know, they are pretty much, you know, their eyes are dilated,
yeah.
or you know,
That's when, you know,
the
when
voice is
someone's
on
on a class
speed.
straight
It's
away, it's
fast,
all in the
isn't it?
eyes. Yeah.
You sort of know
It's
that you're
all in
on
the
it.
eyes, isn't it? Yeah. If you're smoking, the eyes look quite heavy, like you've had a drink, but obviously if they're on substance, they look crystal clear. They look like they've just woken up in the morning and had a good night's sleep, and it's like ping, and you can see straight away. You could see that the other night when Yorkie came on when he had that coke, because he was like all fucked, and then he come back on stream and he was like had his hair cut, and he was like a new man, literally. Line of cocaine, he was away, literally. But as you can see, spot it a mile off. I knew as soon as he come on stream he'd taken something, and then within about 10 minutes he said, "Oh, I've had some coke." Like, okay, I could see that.
He actually denied it after. He did say, he says, because at first
you
he
got to
didn't say
look
it was
at it.
like this, and he didn't.
Yeah, he definitely did. He did, because you could
Yeah,
see
yeah, he
part
did.
of that stream when he was buzzing, and he was gurning as well, which is another thing that you do on them sort of things. He was gurning on it. Yeah, I used to do ecstasy back in the 1990s with the raves, but that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Again, that was a recreational thing. Wouldn't do it now.
God, no.
Yeah.
Not the way things are made.
No, wouldn't touch any of it. Right, come on. Come on.
So you'd still live in Leicestershire, or you're not there? You're in another county now, is it?
Down in another county now, yeah, Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
No, basically, but yeah, I lived in Loughborough for about 7-8 years. I had well, I won't say the number, but I lived at an address in Newbon Close, Newbon. I won't say the number. That doesn't really matter anyway, does it now? Because I fucking ain't lived there for years. But I bought a house there. I met a girl at a rave. Basically. And,
I'm not sure I recognise that road, so I don't think it probably is in my area. Like it's probably
like it's a little cul-de-sac, and it's almost opposite where the university is. So it's kind of like
that's why, because I don't. I'm the
it's
other
not
end,
like
which is
on the main
Having
road
and
or anything like that. No, you basically go round in the cul-de-sac, and it's basically right round in the end there, basically.
Yeah, you're the other side of Loughborough, so where my mum and dad is, it's more Dishley area, you know.
Yeah.
So it's Having and.
I had another house up. Oh God, where was the other address? It was up by Charnwood Water, Kings.
Yeah.
Kings. It was there.
Yeah, not far from
My mate lived. He had a house there, basically. So I lived with him, and then a couple of doors down, there was a girl I used to go out with as well. So yeah.
Right.
I had a few.
Small world.
Yeah. I worked in Derby at the time as well, so I commuted a long way. So I was literally living in Loughborough, commuting to Derby every day. It was a trek.
I can imagine it was.
Yeah, it's a good, especially trying to get there through the traffic and rush hour. Like,
Yeah, well,
well,
it was
years
going
back
up through
anyway.
Keggy, wasn't it? Going up through Kegworth, all the way through
Yeah,
all that fucking traffic onto the motorway,
yeah,
and
it's
then
always standstill
basically,
around there.
yeah, it was about. It
All
wasn't
right.
too bad. It was like 15 minutes to get to the unit where I was working.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah,
I'd like
it's just that.
transferred from where I was. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I get you. It's
Yeah.
oh. It's nice to know someone's lived around where I lived, and it's like it's
I like the area, to be fair. I don't like the area where I am now. I don't know why I keep coming back here, but I guess it's just family and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I could go back. I could go back up that way. I don't think I would go back to Loughborough. I think I would probably go. I
no.
don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
for me, if I wanted just
Tottenham.
somewhere to live,
Yeah,
I would be going somewhere, say Colville or
Colville's lovely. See, that's what I
yeah,
mean.
it
Somewhere
is
like
nice.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
really, really nice. I mean, it's
Colville
like
because yeah,
the town was just a bit too student-y for me. When I first sort of moved
it
there, it kind
is.
of was a little bit student-y, but it wasn't too bad. And then, like, every single year, as they were building that uni up, it was just got mad, and it was just turned into just like Studentville. And I think that's the only thing that put me off in the end. But when I first got there for the first couple of years, it wasn't as bad as that. It was pretty cool.
Well, what they've done, which is their mistake, they've blocked off Swan Street, right, and
Yeah.
diverted the traffic round, and then they put a big bypass in, which
Oh, bloody hell.
years back it was a lot better because it went straight through the town, right?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
this bypass is not helping at all. From what I saw, like when they first started building it, the traffic was worse.
It's crazy, that, isn't it?
It's not now
Trying to
because
prove things,
I
they
think
make it worse.
I think
They do that,
less
yeah.
traffic, but still they did waste money, and I think a lot of people were unhappy because the buses were delayed as well. A lot of delays.
What's new?
Yeah, we get that. Yeah, Loughborough's like a little bit different in Gloucester. It's a little town. It's not a big town like Gloucester. It's a diddy little. It's good. It's got everything there.
I've got family in Gloucester as well.
Have you? Have you
Yes,
really?
not too far away from you. Yeah, and
Bloody connected there.
it's my uncle. My uncle lives up that way. Yeah.
Bloody hell. It's a small world, as they say, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen him for years, but he's a little far away.
I think half my family's in Australia.
The only time I see my uncle is when we go to weddings, funerals, and special occasions.
Yeah,
That's the only time I see him.
It's got to be a funeral or a wedding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sad though, isn't it? You only see them like that. You see them when they're pissed up most of the time, don't you?
Yeah.
People.
I think his family all sort of move and do their own thing, don't they? So not everybody's in the same vicinity as each other anymore.
A lot just fight when they get together. When there's a family do like that, especially if there's a wedding or a funeral, they love a fight. Guarantee as soon as the alcohol starts coming out, somebody's going to do something or say something. Do you know what I mean? It's an argument over one of those, cigarettes, those bangers.
Yeah.
One of my uncles gave one of those cigarettes with a banger in it. I was in the toilet at the time, and they were like smoking these fags, and I heard this bang, turn around, and he fucking like literally exploded all over his arm and burnt his arm and that. They had a fight after that, basically. I've done that. Literally, fisticuffs. It was a joke, mate. They don't sell those things anymore. They're lethal.
They are lethal.
Yeah, I did it to my dad as well. I put one of those in his cigarette, and yeah, he was not fucking happy at all.
I can imagine.
He was not happy. I didn't do it again, put it that way. You know what I mean? But again, that's your uncle's older influences, isn't it? It makes you bad.
Is that you didn't, Jim?
No, I've not had it yet.
Oh.
You just have that. I'll smell that way, door.
Yeah, it's nice in Gloucester. I know that, so I've been round there before.
Too bad. There's better places.
The town is not great, but the surrounding areas
Yeah,
are lovely.
Gloucestershire.
The surrounding area, because we passed through Gloucester, you know, well, years. I'd say it's years now, because if we was going to, say, Devon and Cornwall, we'd have to go down that motorway.
Go straight through it. Yeah.
M6 and M5 down that way, so we pass sort of through it, kind of. And that's when we've been on holiday, but I've not been on holiday for a long time now. It feels like.
We haven't either.
You have, I bloody haven't. You went to bloody Spain.
Tenerife.
Tenerife, keep saying Spain.
That was 2020. That's
I
like
stayed
3
over
years
the
ago.
cats.
You went in 2019, like a few months before me. What you on about?
I went to Amsterdam for a couple of days by myself. Literally. Where have you put the ashtray, you donkey? Where's it gone?
What's the food like in Tenerife? What kind of food do they have there?
Sorry?
What kind of food do they have in Tenerife that, you know, I was just thinking, because, I mean, I wouldn't mind going there one day, right? I'm just thinking, what kind of food? I'm fussy.
They had English food, they had Spanish food. We went to one restaurant on the beachfront, and they literally sold burger and fries for €3.99, I think it was.
Wow.
And it wasn't no McDonald's hamburger, it was a proper burger. It was so cheap. So cheap.
It was so expensive.
€1 for a pint of beer. It was just ridiculous. It was cheaper just to eat burger and
That's crazy.
chips. Yeah.
I wondered why people said it was cheaper to go to abroad than UK.
Yeah, it's madness. Like I say, a burger and chips are £4. You can't even get a McDonald's for that.
Yeah, I think it costs to get you there, doesn't it? But when you're there, it's cheaper. Yeah, if you go in the UK,
yeah. But I'm saying, you know, because you have to bear in mind, you know, you pay for that. That's what might be expensive, but then the food, pay for that. Well, that's good to know.
No, we hired a villa, so we went down to the local supermarket, and even their food's relatively cheap. I think we brought some like wine, which was like something like €1.99. It was like 14%.
Oh, it was like Buckfast or something.
It was all right. It weren't that bad.
Yeah, the thing is, all alcohol and tobacco is cheaper, right?
Oh gosh,
you know,
we got a 50. Alana, was it a 50 gram for like €8 or something stupid like that? It was ridiculously cheap.
Tobacco?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, it just shows you how much it's taxed, though, isn't it?
So how long ago was it?
€8.
So it was only recent.
How long?
Was that recent?
2020 we went, just before lockdown.
Oh, that was recent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
We went on a boat and we went right into the ocean and saw dolphins and whales and big tortoises, and it's a real cool place to go.
I stayed home with the cats.
Yes, one thing I haven't done is go.
Wicked place to go to.
Yeah, one place I haven't been is like places that are in the sun. I've been more or less in Europe.
I hadn't really up until then, but I said on my 40th I was going to Tenerife, so that's what I did. It was the
Lovely.
best week. The only annoying thing is when you're walking around, whether you're walking, whether you're sitting, you have these annoying people trying to sell you stuff like handbags or headbands or these flashy things. And they come round not just once, they'll come round about 6-7 times and they will just keep bugging you. I got a handbag. They were trying to sell it for €40. Eh?
Do you know? There's a YouTuber I watch called what is it, Dale, and he's a Scottish guy, but he goes to like the places like Egypt, the United Emirates, and India around there, like in that part of all around there, sort of thing. And he has been to like Indonesia. He's got loads of videos on that. And one thing I've seen in every video is people coming up to him asking him if he wants to buy anything.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing in
They even did that with cannabis over in Tenerife. They actually have people on the street asking if you want to buy cannabis.
It's crazy. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
He told me to put my tobacco out and said,
"You guys."
It's all tax, though, isn't it? The government tax it, so they want the tourists to go there, and that's why they send out the street people.
Yeah.
UN.
Yeah. I could never understand why my mum and dad wouldn't never take us anywhere like that, but maybe because they'd never looked into it. I don't know. We only ever stayed in.
I never went like that. Like I say, I've only ever been to France, I've been to Amsterdam, and I've been to Tenerife. They're the only 3 places I've been abroad.
I've been to Norway. I've been to Germany. I've been to Belgium, through Belgium, France, of course. Well, only the northern part of France, not southern part, which is the better part, isn't it? The southern part, but northern part, I've been. I would never go again to Paris because it's a shithole.
Oh, I hate Paris. I don't like it. I try to drive around Paris because my lad used to live out there. It's a long story, but my lad used to live out there. So I had to go to a French court basically and fight for custody of him because he was taken away by his grandparents when he shouldn't have been taken away. So after a long legal thing, I sort of went out there basically and got my son back. But that was a long time ago. He's grown up lad now. So, but yeah, in a nutshell. So
Paris is very.
I know France well.
Paris is very touristy. It's very much like
it's
Amsterdam.
It's a shithole, and the people are horrible. They hate the English. They talk to us like the French don't like the English very much anyway. To be fair.
Well, it's not just that. They've ruined this because they've had lots of riots over there,
Yeah.
And they've had lots of things going on, like it's been all over the news and that. Since I've been, it's gone worse because graffiti. When I went through France, there was graffiti everywhere, rubbish everywhere. It was
it's not
terrible.
It's not and people think it is it? When they get there,
it's not the romantic city that people portray anymore. It's sort of gone downhill. It's
this down little town area. There wasn't very many people there, but it was the cheapest option. So we stayed, and like literally, it was hold on to your handbag.
Yeah, literally, the pickpockets are everywhere, and the same. Italy's when I went to Rome, that's even worse. Rome, they're literally everywhere, mate. They got their hands in your pockets. You got to watch what you're doing out there. I'm telling you.
Oh God!
But there's 2 of them. There's not just one. They're like 2 of them. Like get you either side. They're fuckers, mate. Yeah. You've got to have yourself. You've got to know what you're doing. You tell them to fuck off. Come anywhere near me, fuck off, mate. Know what you're doing.
just
don't wanna buy your watch.
where things, you know, if I was you, a place like that, make sure you don't have clothes with pockets and just have,
Yeah.
you know, really closed handbags, I'd say. And
You'll find in
like,
places like that, as long as you you know, do you know what I mean? You've got that in mind. If you go out there and you're naive, and you know what I mean, it's why people get like smashed over the head and their watches nicked and stuff like that. You know, you can't be wearing expensive watches and stuff like that. It's just keep your
why
backs
I
away.
didn't do that one. I've not been to
Yeah,
Rome. I can't say I've been there. So, but no,
it was beautiful, but again, it was a lot of the street people that sort of used to just sort of hassled you. That's kind of like ruined it a little bit.
That's like Italian.
And
yeah,
they
my
weren't
sister,
even Italian. They were like Romanian or what's the other ones? You grow all the weed over here at the minute. Albanians, yeah. So it wasn't even. It was like Albanian and that sort of. Do you know what I mean? They weren't even like, because the Italian people are quite nice. They're quite nice people.
Yeah.
Genuine Italian.
Yeah.
They're all like, they're very holy, aren't they? So not bad people at all.
yeah, my sister's husband is Romanian, and you know they've got family over that side. My sister's been over there, so she's
One day,
experienced something prior.
oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. So I don't think I'd ever want to go to Romania or anywhere like that, really. I think the furthest I went to is Nepal. Went to Kathmandu.
My sister's partner lives over here now because it's terrible over there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they all come in. And everyone knows. The thing is, everyone slags this country off, but they know, because they know it's safe. They know they're safe here. That's why. Well, to a degree.
we're not safe out there.
No. Unless you go to
No,
London, you might get stabbed. Or Birmingham, you might get stabbed. Or Nottingham, yeah. So
that's it.
it's not that safe, I suppose, is it, really?
It's any of the big cities, really. Just a lot of stuff.
I know. Too many.
What you got planned for tomorrow, Kitty?
Oh me, I've got to try and get on with this decorating. That's what I've got to do. I am going to get. I mean, I did spend a couple of days on air, really, too long. But I have got to get things done. You know, it's just that I did have a lot of interruptions from trolls online, like while I was offline, and it was crazy. And it's been because what it is, a man's upstairs died. Okay. And I've been, my head's been in a spin over it, and that's why I've been online a couple of days. It's been crazy to try and break away from it all, and because I not long spoke to him, like, and I let someone in the building, and I feel guilty, but in case that person has done something to him, you know, I don't know yet how he's died. It's only just happened.
Oh God.
So you know,
oh God. I had somebody below me at the flat who died. That was pretty horrific because he died.
It was horrific. The thing is, I sat here and I could hear them reviving him above me, and it was, you know, I'm like, oh, you know that feeling, you know, no, they're not. It's not going to come round, you know? And it's really fucked me up. And then all the police coming round about trolls online as well.
It's just too much, isn't it? It's too much. I had the same in a flat. I had the guy below me die, but he was dying from like cancer. But for like weeks before, he was screaming. He was delirious because of his medication. So I was having to go down at like, do you know what I mean? Check him out at like stupid o'clock in the morning and make sure he was all right and stuff like that. Fucking hell, mate, he was having hallucinations. That's horrid. And then the one upstairs, somebody got stabbed up there. Didn't you remember that? When that woman,
Oh,
I think it was the woman who stabbed the guy. So I literally, they were like arguing and arguing. I went up to try and sort it out. I walked in, the place just smashed up everywhere it was. He was sort of sat on the bed with this knife all the way through his leg. And she was delirious. She was just all over the place.
Hysterical.
And it was like, have you called an ambulance? She's like, no, why? It's because he's going to bleed out in a minute. Ring an ambulance, for Christ's sake. So got an ambulance there. Sorted it out. So yeah, the stress of living in that flat. So I can appreciate what you're saying. It's horrible.
because there's been a lot of, people say to me, who's that music going? Because you could hear arguments now and again, really bad arguments upstairs. And I was hearing furniture. It sounded like the place were being ransacked up there and shouting. And it was obviously a big domestic brawling up there. Something going on.
Oh, God.
And obviously I don't know what to do.
Not natural then. You think something's actually happened then, do you think?
Yeah, because there was music playing till 3 a.m. in the morning, like 4 a.m. And I did hear somebody, but he was swearing on the amp upstairs. I couldn't understand it. This is what I'm wondering, if someone's gone up there and hurt him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It sounds like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I told the police anyway. I told the police, and, when they've been here, exactly what I've heard and, witnessed. So, I've even reported it today again because, I've found even more information out because my sister might know the person who came in the building.
That's mad.
Yeah. So I've updated them. Yeah.
God, not going on above you. Fucking hell. Well, like I said, I know what it's like. I've had shit, so I do know.
Yeah. It's not cool.
Yeah. That place was like an omen, that place was.
Yeah,
wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? It was the first street. It's the first house built on the street. So it was like built on its own, and then the whole of the town was kind of like from that way built around it. It was historic grade 2 listed building. It was. Yeah, spooky.
Yeah. It was there. You could feel people following you up the stairs.
Yeah, the first bit. There's children there.
Yeah, kids following you up the stairs.
I had a psychic come in. He said there's 2 children in the hallway running around, basically.
Followed me upstairs. I ran once.
They touch you sometimes.
I've lost his voice. I thought it had gone off then. It was muted. I don't know. Sound went brief. It's all right now.
Yeah, it might have just glitched. Should do decorating though, Kitty. It's therapeutic. It's good for the mind and the soul.
You like it, don't you?
Yeah.
I fucking don't.
If I get stressed, I get the decorating out.
Yeah, you do.
I find it very.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I need to do it. I need to get on with it. And like I believe in feng shui. Trying to get colours and certain colours to match my location and move things around, which is I'm going to do. Yeah. And that certainly helps the mood, doing all that. So, yeah, I've got to do it. It's just because I've been dealing with this stress in a couple of days. Yeah. It's
all the bad energy.
Took a toll on me. Took a toll on me. That's how I feel a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so. But
I should be all right now. I think, dealing with, when the police get here, because I've got to talk to them again, coming round sometime. I don't know when. I'll sort this out,
We need to decorate soon.
We do need to decorate. It's been a year, I think.
Yeah.
It's looking shabby again.
Yeah, one room at a
Paint
time.
sets- The only thing I would say is paint's gone up a lot.
Yeah, that's
It hasn't cat food gone up a lot. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yes, it
What
has.
I
It's
paid
gone up.
for what I was paying like
See,
6 months ago. It's nearly doubled some of it. Biscuits, that.
I remember when we first had our cats, and like the little boxes of cat food were like $2.95,
Yeah.
and
But
they're now like £5.
I was getting like 10 kilograms of whatever I am or something like that for like 25 quid. Now it's 35 quid. It's gone up a tenner.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
it's
30%, 40%.
cat looks expensive as well. I just get the cheap bags now. That's
We
all I
do
can
as well.
afford.
Yeah, we do.
I like the wood chips.
I used to have the
They're-
wood chip, but they're expensive now. They've gone up. They've gone up. They're
Yeah,
gonna be-
I used to get mine from pets at home because you can get the great
Yeah,
big
the
bags. Charge
yes, it
by
used to be
£7.
£6.49. Used to be £6.49 a bag.
That's
Now
one.
it's that's the same one I had. Yeah, and now I just use the gravel stuff, which is not great. It's not great.
They make a
But
fucking
it
mess of
is.
it, don't they? Kick it everywhere.
No,
Yeah.
We find it everywhere, little bits of they get it caught in their pool.
What I do, I put a little mat underneath the litter box to catch it. Then I can just like.
Yeah, we've got one of them as well. We've got a foot one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to clean these out today anyway. Got to clean these cats out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy whiskers, which is £13.70 a box. For
That's what eat
40.
that, will they?
No, ours will only eat Felix.
It's got to be Felix. I don't know what, you know what I mean? It's just, I've had ones in the past who had whiskers, but no, these ones we've got now, they just.
Yeah, I sometimes do. I get the duo as well. This you can get Felix Duo. I do get that sometimes. I switch between them because the cats are fussy. They're so fussy about what they're eating. It's like I give them because they're being sick as well for some reason, and you know, I'm thinking
Ours doing that is the heat. Yeah.
Ours
is
went
it
out the other morning straight away.
Yeah, it's because they like sitting out in it and they can't really cope with it because they're not climatized yet. So it's like us, isn't it? If we go out after a winter and you go out for the first day in summer, normally people get burnt. It's the same thing. They got to climatize. They're shedding their fur, aren't they?
That's it. It's in the summer now. They're molting so a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about you cats. They're all looking at me right now.
It's because they know that you're talking about them, isn't it? They know. Only cat people understand that.
Only cat people understand because honestly, people think cats are thick. They're not. They're not thick. They know. They know when they're being fed. They know when they're being spoken about.
Yeah. No, I agree. They're very intelligent.
Ours understands. Without a doubt.
Got Scrappy taps you. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know, easy to explain.
I can have a full-on conversation with my cats. I can have a full-on conversation with them. They know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know, they know. And also, it's so funny because one of my cats, Socks, if anyone comes to the door, he'll be at the door greeting them like a dog, wagging his tail.
Yeah, we've got one that does that. He thinks it's a dog.
Yeah. A couple of our first two, they used to like when we used to order a takeaway, like on a Saturday, they used to run to the door to greet them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guard cat. That one's the guard cat. Oscar's the smart one, and Binks, he goes in hiding. If anyone comes around, he will go in hiding.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, some of ours don't mind being around, but a lot of them they do as soon as
quite skitty, aren't they?
Scrappy takes ages. If she knows a stranger's been in the house, she won't come back for ages. And even when she does, she comes in with caution. She really doesn't like it.
Even once I thought he escaped because I couldn't find him anywhere. I was looking all over. But there's only so many places. And he'd locked himself in the cupboard. He must have opened it and gone in.
Yeah, they put themselves in places. They do. They'll find literally little nooks and crannies, wouldn't they?
Oh, gosh,
on top of the units. That's one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Underneath the beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of anything they can get onto.
And it's not even a bed you can get under. It's like there's no way, but they still get under it.
How many cats you got? You got? I've got 3.
5.
5. Yeah.
5.
We got a big garden, so
big garden.
We didn't want that many.
I've seen it. I know what it's like to have more.
Yeah.
See, I can only just cope with these 3. You know, I will not have any more.
No, 5.
We wouldn't have had that many, but like they do.
Our girl cat got pregnant,
didn't they? They do this thing.
We only intended to have the 2, and then we ended up with 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all cool.
But they're getting on now as well. So I wouldn't, like we have said that we wouldn't replace them. We wouldn't, or if we did, we would just maybe have one. Yeah, just one.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't want this one again.
Eventually, I want to start work, so we'll get work one day, hopefully. I'm still applying, but it's just waiting for them. But I know that when Oscar dies, I'm not going to have any other pets. Just until
it's
they.
Too much I can't cope with all that side of it.
Yeah, if I had a garden, it'd be different. I can have a dog. But it's just I've got, I can't have a dog. I'd love a dog, but I can't have one. With being in a flat, it's not fair on them to leave them for long periods. So
really,
you need a garden and that for dogs.
A lot of responsibility as well, dogs are, though, aren't they? Which is why I'd like one, but I don't think I'd like the responsibility of it. You've got to be committed, haven't you? That's a big commitment.
It's just like
constantly walking home. You can't miss a day walking home. You can't think, I feel tired.
Rain, snow.
Yeah, you've got to go out. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I pick their shit up in it as well. It's like not. No, I like the idea of having a dog. I don't like the, what I mean?
I'd like a little chihuahua.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to make sure they're trained as well, because some dogs, I've had a dog that was afraid of traffic and it would pull a lot, so I need a lot of training.
Careful, isn't it? It ends up pulling you into some traffic or something like that.
Yeah, what it was. I moved up north to Mansfield. I had a flat up there once. I did have a dog in that flat, and I made that mistake of having the dog because, although I did go out for walks, she would not go outside. It was difficult for me to get her to come out, and she was, I don't know what had happened to her past. She was afraid of traffic, and she would even run out into traffic and, really be strong. It's very difficult. So in the end, I decided to give her to a better home that had a guard. I couldn't handle her; she was too much.
Sometimes they're just too nervous, aren't they? And it's just like
I never thought. I didn't think in that time. I thought, what, I shouldn't have done this because I need to get work anyway. What am I going to do? Well, she's in there. So I was so sad to get rid of her, but I made that decision. Give her, it was only a friend I gave her to, so it's like,
well, that's not too bad.
it's not about that, I knew
Gone
she was
to a
going
good
to a good
home.
home. I knew she was going to a good home, so that's the best thing.
That's it, innit?
Yeah, I learnt my lesson. I thought, you know what, I should really think about things before I do silly things like that. And that's why in the end, after I sold the dog, I brought Oscar. And then I thought, well, this is easier because then I can just leave them in the flat and they can go in a litter tray. No one's have to worry about them. Because cats can look after themselves pretty much. You know, obviously they need the loving now and again. I mean, Oscar's my best friend. He is. He's my lad. He is. I got his. I got him a friend after in that flat. Got him. So there's two of them, but he's died now because when I came back to my parents, he escaped and got poisoned by something. We don't know how he died, but it's definitely poison. It's
not nice, is it?
Yeah. No,
We just
that's
lost
it.
pretty recently. He's just gone missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I went out afterwards and I thought I didn't want Oscar to grieve because I was worried in case Oscar was, because they used to sleep together all the time. They'd be sleeping with each other. So I was worried that Oscar might get, feel heartbreak over losing his friend. But so I brought Binks, but Socks came as an extra because the lady said there's two cats, they've got to go together. So that's why I got three.
Yeah, it's nice though, isn't it? If you've got a pair like that, though, it's nice not to split them up.
Yeah.
They are brothers. They are brothers, those two, the same age. But
Cute. Cute. And they know when you're sad and that as well, don't they? They're like really proper affectionate.
Yeah, bring you down. Yeah.
Yeah, they bring me back to earth. They do. They're the ones that saved my life. They're my saviours. They're the saviours. My sanity.
I had the same with mine. When I was on before, like I say, we were together, and the cat's just like, wow.
Yeah.
I spent time on my own, and they do. They just lift you at that time when you're at your lowest point, and they'll just come along and they'll just, you know what I mean, give you a little cuddle, and it brings you back. It does. So
every time they know when I have an anxiety issues or I feel down, they'll come straight to me. They'll sit with me. They're here, and they try and say, "Don't worry, we love you." I'm not alone. I don't feel like, even though I am single, it's like I just can't be bothered anymore to get in messy relationships. It's too much for me. So it's just, I suppose.
Stick with the cats. Less complicated. You know where you are, innit?
It's too messy.
But some of my happiest times are on my own with the cats.
But yeah, I'd love to go on like ghost hunts and stuff like that. I've got there's something I've wanted to do, but my sister's been tied up with her family. She's got kids, you see, so pretty much it's hard to get time to go and do stuff with her. Like we are planning to do something. We do try and do things probably once a year. We'll go to say we've been to with a ghost group in Cannock Chase up that way.
Nice.
We've done some
good content. That is good content. People love to see that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did a live. You see, when I went with the group, I did the live stream on it, and people were in there. And it was a long time ago now, but about 3 years ago. But yeah, Yeah, I've done it. It's good.
Yeah, just get a good location, and that's all you need sometimes, isn't it? You know what I mean? A little spooky location somewhere. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a hot spot for activity there. Especially
Yeah.
the German cemetery. My goodness.
Yeah, like I say, you're right in the middle of it up there. You've got a lot around you, really. You don't have to travel far to get somewhere haunted. Definitely not.
Yeah. If you see, it's a shame my mum and dad can't afford to have maintain the boat that they have. They've got on a boat, but with the times these days, it's very difficult to
It's a lot of
maintain
maintenance, isn't
anymore.
it?
Yeah.
It's not just the boats, is it? It's the mooring fees, and it's just they're like it's like having a caravan. People think caravans are a good idea until they have to, you know what I mean, start paying the yearly fees and the maintenance and all that, and they work out quite expensive in the end.
Yeah, my dad got rid of his caravan. We used to go on holidays in it in the caravan, but he's got rid of it now.
It's a great idea. I suppose when you got little ones and that, it's great, but very, very, very expensive now. Like I say, they want a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, even for us back in the day, £15 a night. Like it used. That's how much it used to be. It's gone up now. Gone up now a lot. Probably
About
double
10,
that.
15 times the amount. Yeah, exactly. Gone up a lot more. I do like a caravan holiday, though. I don't think you can beat them.
Yeah, we did have because we had an awning at the side of it as well, which had two other side tents on the mooring as well, which you could put your beds in. So it was
Yeah,
extra
nice.
room.
I love
It was
it.
massive awning.
Yeah.
We loved it because we used to go to Mablethorpe a lot and Skeg up there. We used to go down to Cornwall. We've been to Tenbury, around there, Wales, you know, Gloucestershire. We've been, by up to Somerset and Western-super-Mare.
That's nice. Yeah, there's some parts of. I've got to go and do some filming. There's a place called Cleveland. I don't think I've ever been. I want to go down there and do some filming. It's a really, really shitty seaside town it is, but I don't know. I just want to go and film. Have you been there? Have you?
Yeah, we've been a lot of places.
That'll be my next.
Yeah, we used to travel every. Yeah, we used to go quite often. Every weekend we used to go. Every weekend we'd go somewhere different, just for a couple of days, just because obviously if I was at school then, so we couldn't go in the week, but we could go at the weekend or on a bank holiday. Yeah.
Days, eh? Everyone get in their car and goes off for the weekend. Yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it, really?
We do that all the time. We'd never be bored. There's always something different.
Always somewhere to go, though, isn't it? If you've got a car, do you know what I mean? It's easy, isn't it? Yeah. It's really easy.
Yeah, I enjoyed that kind of thing, but my dad stopped doing it after a while. He just couldn't afford to go on holidays. The parking fees was the problem as well. Finding where places to park, by the beach. Trying to find
it used to be free back in the day, didn't it? And then all of a sudden, everyone started putting parking, ticket things everywhere. But yeah, you just drive down and park on the beach.
Yeah, I saw an article. What was it? Other day, £12 to park at Woolacombe, North Devon.
Crazy,
a day.
Yeah, 12 quid.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I always try and find some little lane or some alley or somewhere to go and park down. I'm a cheapskate. I am when I go places. I really I have a good drive around. No point paying for parking if you know what I mean. If you have to, if I can walk 10 minutes, I'll go and do that and park it somewhere up the road. Park outside somebody's house or something. They don't mind. But get in there, danger.
Yeah, I have.
Did you hear that thing about? Did you hear that thing about Bristol Zoo? It was years ago. There was a traffic warden. There's been a lot of different sort of Facebook articles on this. A lot of people have covered it. but it's a true story. So
I've not
Bristol
heard
Zoo,
this. No.
so Bristol Zoo, then there was a car parking attendant that you would just literally, you park outside, he'd come up to you with a little ticket, you pay him a couple of pounds or a pound or whatever it is, and that was it basically. So after about 10 years, this guy didn't turn up for work. So the people at the zoo rang whoever it was to say, your bloke hasn't turned up for work, or, you know, we've not got our ticket bloke here. And they were like, we've never had a ticket bloke work there. And they reckon he scammed them out of, over a period of time, he scammed them out of millions because he was charging cash in the
my
end.
God, I didn't know that. Wow.
For 10 years, and then the guy just disappeared off the face of the earth. It's a true story, that. That's a true story. That's a sick scam, though, isn't it? But because he was a little old man and he had the uniform and he had the ticket, little ticket machine, people didn't think anything of it. They just thought, oh, we've turned up for a day out and this is part of the novelty of, you know what I mean? And it wasn't a lot. It was like £1 or £1.50.
Yeah,
so people didn't think twice about it. But, you know, you were talking like 100, 200, 300 people a day were turning up there, like straight in the pocket, mate. Imagine earning £300 a day cashing out.
Well, I wonder
for 10
how much
years.
punishment that was. How much punishment he got for all that over the year. Unimaginable.
Like, he just disappeared, didn't he? And nobody ever found him. And that was it. They were,
like £8 a month.
and they realised they didn't need a guy who did the ticket. Yeah, £8 a month. Yeah, you worked that over 10 years.
Maybe he went abroad. Maybe he went abroad somewhere.
He's done a runner, isn't he? He's thought, I'm off, mate. Yeah, it closed down now, Bristol Ash, yeah. Yeah, it's gone now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sad that. It was a good little zoo, that was, wasn't it?
It was.
We could take all the kids there, didn't we?
Yeah, I took mine.
We used to go to American Adventure. They got rid of that. That was great. That was. It's only in Ilkeston way.
I don't think I ever went. Did I go to that one? I went
You
to
never
the
went?
Alton Towers.
That worked.
Yeah, Alton Towers, Drayton Manor was the
Yeah,
zoo.
it went years ago. It went years ago though. It's probably before you moved over to there then, because it gone. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Mountain Mowbray, is it near that way?
Yeah, Mountain's lovely. That's a lovely area, that is.
I've never actually been there, but it's meant to be really good.
Drive through there with my mate. I used to drive him around. We used to drive up all that area, Mountain Mowbray.
Oh, is it? Drayton Manor's back open, is it?
Yeah. That's Tamworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tamworth.
Yeah.
I've not been there for years.
No, we haven't. Been.
Last time when the kids were really little. I mean, that's a long time ago now because we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Drayton Manor. Drayton Manor was alright.
Yeah, have you been to the Safari, Kidderminster, in Kidderminster? Have you been there? Safari Park?
You went, didn't you? You've been there.
I went a long time ago.
Yeah, I've not been.
I haven't. I don't think.
Is that the one with they jump on your car and that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gone downhill because
I don't think I've ever taken the kids to that one.
No.
They have changed it.
I ain't having no giraffe bite my windscreen.
Yeah, they changed it. They did get rid of a few animals. The monkeys they got rid of because they were damaging cars.
Yeah.
They got rid of some wolves. They did. Yeah, because we did go, and I thought, well, where's all the monkeys? And they're in the cages. So we did, because they've got extra things that you can walk around and see them through the cages as well. So yeah, we did go. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's just I remember when we went, there was a rhino that was charging our car.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
we had to get a jeep out to come and stop it.
Did you get insured for that as well?
There must be some.
Hello, AA. Yeah, I got hit by a rhino.
He's
What?
currently hanging from the back of
It'd
my
be like,
car.
have you got his registration? No, no, an animal rhino, you know.
Ooh, they come after my sister's car. I was like, it's coming this way. What are we gonna do? And luckily the Jeep went in front of it, so it saved us. But it was funny. These they had all different species in the same pen, so it's like all these different types of what look like cows. I don't know what they are. I don't know what type of things they were, like gazelles or something. I don't know what they were. They weren't gazelles. There's something else. I don't know what their official name is. But these things were they're around the car. Yeah. It's a little bit intimidating when you see a giraffe poke its head through the sunroof, but I used to give it biscuits.
Shouting, keep your windows up! You want those windows?
Yeah.
I used to give it biscuits. I did.
Yeah, there it is. There's alpacas not far from here. It's weird, isn't it, when you see them running around?
Yeah.
Load of them. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the alpacas.
Do they bash you?
I haven't really had much sort of experience with them. Just like seeing them from a. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to get in a pen with them. Put it that way.
I hate goats. Got a fear of goats.
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
I don't like goats. Got butted by a goat when I was young.
Oh, I got butted by one. I got butted by one as well.
I got butted by a goat.
You're right, that'll come up to the same name.
My mum told me to open my hand out to feed them, and I didn't.
Yeah, I got the same. I got bit by a horse. I tried to feed it, but it bit my thumb because I didn't put my thumb back, and it bit my bum. I felt like I thought it had taken my thumb off. I screamed.
Oh, goodness me!
I screamed. And this horse, I frightened it, but then I was more upset because I frightened the horse. Then, do you know what I mean? But I was crying at the same time. I was about 4. You know what I mean? But yeah, it hurt. But no. Yeah, so I got bit by a horse. There's not many people who can say that, can they?
I will say I got stomped on by a horse, like because I did. Yeah, that's horrible. Stomped on by a horse because do you know what it is? When I was, it was when I was a kid because I was doing 3-day activities at school, and one of them was like I was working in stables, right, looking out the stables and tending to the horses. So it was one of them that was called Tom. I remember his name, little shit. He stomped on my foot and in temper, and it was that is, yeah.
Oh no!
Do you know where Bow Manor Hall is? Bow Manor Hall. Near Bow Manor. There's a stables round there. Yeah, I was near there. Yeah, it was horrible.
It's not a nice experience, is it? Really, that Jesus.
No, but I was all right. It's just pain.
Bloody hell. Put you off it for life, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was the woman that was annoying though. She was very nasty to us. Don't let it eat that. Like really snappy woman she was. Didn't like the woman that was telling us what to do. It's not very nice. I remember. She was like she was the owner of the stables. It was like a riding school sort of thing. Yeah, we did go on the school. We did go on the horses because that was something we did as well. But I never really did any gallop, but just a trot with the horse. That's about it.
I think I've only rode a donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only ridden a donkey. I'm being serious. I haven't had a go on a horse. It's like that song, ride the
You haven't had
donkey.
a go on a horse.
I've never had a go on a
You
horse.
need to change the way you say things.
Oh, okay,
darling.
that'll be clipped as well. That'll be the next soundbite. For fuck's sake. I've heard my voice used so many times over the past few weeks. It's unbelievable what people do. Clip your voice.
Yeah, Thorpe Park is brilliant, Danger. I haven't been there for a long time. I like those big rubber boat things that you sit in and it takes you down the rapids, is it? The water rapids. That used to be wicked in Thorpe Park.
I like them.
Did you go on Colossal on Thorpe Park? Because I went on that one. Colossal.
Probably not.
That was what it was called. It was one that did like it was like a twisting roller coaster, like horizontally was going round and round. So yeah, that was crazy. That was good. That was. I mean, I went once to Thorpe Park, just once.
So like that one they got Old Town's Nemesis, is it? That
Yeah.
one. It was like invented. Some of it's done by NASA, innit? The loops.
Yeah,
You're like weightless.
no.
Oh, it's sick. I love that.
I only went on one roller coaster, and that was at Disneyland Paris. And I was in the queue, and by the time I got to the bottom of the queue to get on the roller coaster, is it only then that you can see that it does a loop? So I got no way of getting out. I'm getting on this roller coaster. I closed my eyes the whole way round. I shat my pants going upside down.
You know, at Disneyland Paris, because that's where we went. There was that make your own roller coaster simulator. Did you go on that one?
No, I didn't go on that.
Basically, you go in a big cage. It's like a cage you go in, and it goes upside down. So the simulator, you have the movement of going upside down and everything, and missing tracks, etc. So you can customize the roller coaster, and I put it on extreme on all of it, and you can build your tracks what you want to trip, and then press play, and then it will go for it like you're in space and jump. Oh my god, that was brilliant. That was I put it on maximum. You'd have the option to put it on low, medium, or high, and that's funny. That's the best.
Like
the queues
like a simulator and everything. Yeah. I think I know what she means. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it was. I've been on it.
That's good.
Evening, Sarah. Hope you're okay, lovely.
Getting there, Sarah. You all right?
I think the best log flume I went on was in Blackpool, and I think it's called Venezuela. Is it Venezuela?
Venezuela.
But this one, you go, as well as go forwards, you go backwards.
Oh, fuck off. No.
But not only that, you're in pitch black.
Nah.
So you cannot see where you're going.
You can keep that.
And you've got like 4 different senses. So like you've got a part where it's cold, you've got a part where it's hot, you've got a part where you get wet. There's just but it's just pitch black.
It's the going forward, then going back. I don't like. Because I'll be sick there.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I don't think I've been down that.
I don't mind being in the dark. Being in the dark's fine.
But you get majorly so much so they're there with the vacuum after sucking all the water. It's mad. You'd love it. You would love it.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I didn't, but you would. But yeah, it's in the dark. So you imagine the log flume, what you go through when you're in the daylight. You're doing that in the dark. Yeah. Only you're going down lots of slopes, not just one.
They had that one at Old Town.
Where's that? Where is that?
That was like fucking. It was a rickety thing as well.
I didn't go on anything like that. I don't go on anything like that.
Awesome.
It has to be level, floor level.
You could feel every single bump. was just one of them old rickety things. Yeah. I've got to get. Oh God, you've got to sort that out. I'm going to get Ninja to email you, and we'll find out where you are tomorrow. Do you know what it is? I'm not going to say too much on here, but I had a little bit of bad news. I'm not going to go into it, but I kind of went off yesterday for a day by myself by the river just to do a little bit of filming, just sort of get out of my head, really. Not get out of my head, but what's the word I'm looking
Clear
for?
your mind.
Clear my mind, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry, mate. I will catch up with you.
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
try
give,
and
I'll
sort-
give you a message anyway.
Yeah,
on WhatsApp.
Ninja will sort it. She's more organised than me.
We'll sort a day.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm going to go and get something to eat. So it's been
Like
nice
it,
chatting
no
to you both.
Yeah, nice talking
Yeah,
to
nice
you.
to
Yeah,
you.
pop. Obviously, when I'm on, just pop up when you know you're welcome anytime.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, and I'm just going to get something to eat.
Have a good one, then. All right, mate.
Yeah.
Take care.
You take care.
See you in a bit.
Bye for now.
Yes, people. That's a nice little chat there, wasn't it? I enjoyed that, to be fair. Got quite a lot in common with Kitty because obviously I've lived up there where she is. And yeah, it's quite easy to talk to people, isn't it? When they've
you know the
they've-
same area.
yeah. Sitting next. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate that. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, man. Cheers, people. Anyway, peace and love, cheer. How is everyone this evening? You all right? This is a little bit different format than what I've done. I'm normally used to just sort of reading chat, really. So if I have sort of missed chat, I do apologise. I've tried to pick little bits up where I can, but it's obviously I always try and concentrate on the conversation rather than chat at that stage. But yeah. No, all good, mate. But I've got this stuff anyway that I've made. It's going to go off, so I need to get it to you. Yeah.
Better to make use of it than to
You got.
waste it.
Yeah, I can't have it wasted.
No wasted.
It's been made. It's been made by these fair hands. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Ninja will email you. We'll sort some out. I've literally popped in, couldn't we?
But I want to cuddle with you.
Who's that then?
It's my papa.
All right, fuffers. Fuffers in the world. I'll just show my little green. I've just been playing around with this green screen. What do you think of this? It's my rave one. Let me just show you my little. Let me see if I can go into these. I've been playing it around. I have got a green screen now, as you can see. Let's see what else we can get here. What else look good? Well, that one. Yeah. Do you reckon, people? It is I. I quite like being able to hide behind these things as well. They're quite cool. Oh, look at that. What do you reckon of that one? Ninja's been uploading these today.
Yeah, busy. Busy girl. Busy.
Busy.
Look at your top. That was sick. Your top went in.
But this one then. What do you reckon? You ready? It'll come on in a minute. We're going back to the 1960s, people. We've taken some acid. Wow. 76, 60s, 70s. It was psychedelic, wasn't it? It was all like that. Well, what? It is, isn't it? Well, what else have we got here, Ninja? What else have you done? Ninja's done that one. Traffic lights. Oh, I'm not sure about that one, Ninja. It's all right.
Traffic lights.
It's like a traffic light. So you can't see it yet. You'll see it in a minute. It's the different filters. This is where we're going.
That look like your boob is there.
Well, what are you trying to say? I know I'm a little bit overweight in a minute. That's the fucking beer. Oh, okay. Hey!
Go for a little bit.
What do you reckon? Should we see what else we got here then? Let's have a look.
That's cool, this girl. Stand up.
That was a bit. The screen's. I'm gonna sit there, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Well. Oh, she got an ear and then she. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh yeah, I'm in Hawaii, baby. Da la da da da. Get the maracas out, innit? Da, 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 da. Love it. It's nice when you get new toys, innit? And you're just having a little play. Yeah. Yeah. Don't know what about that one. It's all right, I suppose. Oh, that's good. That's sick there. Ah, I see. It needs better lighting, I say. This thing's flickering. It's like affecting it. This is the road to hell. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's like when I move out the way, you can see it goes onto the screen, isn't it? It's reflecting off that, I think. Do I need a little bit better lighting on that screen? Hang on a second. Is that going to make any difference? I think that might, possibly. I don't know. Try that one. Yeah, I think the first ones were the best ones, weren't they? That's quite cool. But if you turn it off, if you go into the virtual thingy and you turn off the green screen, then what it does is it covers, it doesn't like lock onto the screen then. So if you turn that off now, watch. So it goes like that now. See? You'll see it in a second. But you see, because you've got the green screen, it like locks onto it. It's quite clever.
Oh, I see.
We're going to get some other ones. We're just playing around at the minute, peeps. It's got you got like a logo in there though. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, man. That's pretty cool. I like that one. But again, if you go into the that's why people have the greens. Can you see that? The difference now? It locks onto the screen. Onto the green screen. So if anyone's wondering what the green screens do, that's what they actually do. It separates it. It'll literally put the image onto the green background. You know what I mean? It's sick, isn't it? It's quite good, isn't it? Which is why people have like those the wraparound green screens.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a lot better in that rather than just I've only got a little one here, haven't I? I've only got a little one, haven't I? Hey, that's what she said. Hey, and then what you and then the size of it is what you do with it. That's what I keep getting told anyway. And it Ninja. I thought it was you. Shit, it must have been that other bird. I love it. I love it. I think the best one. I like these ones the best. I think the new ninja. We'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. We're going to stick with that. Wow! Fucking get in there. It is epic. It's an epic team, people. Yeah, man. It's been a good little testy stream, this, isn't it? It's like I say, good to get a guest in and have a chat and see how it all works. And yeah, we're going to have to do some more, aren't we? So I'll probably go live on Justin's World in a bit. So obviously, if people are about, I'll do a stream over on Justin's World. All right. So, eh? No, I'm not. I'm on what you call it? Eh? Oh, Danger's here. Hang on.
Hello, how's it going?
Here he is. You all right, mate?
How you doing? Yeah, not too bad.
All right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Busy on, harvesting and
Yeah,
work.
man. It's got to be done, innit, eh? Got to be done.
Yeah, I know. I love
Enjoying
it.
the weather?
Yeah. We've had a bloody thunderstorm overnight, so I've had an easy day. Well, it's an easy day. I've not been doing anything today. Everything's wet.
No
shit.
It's wet and horrible, mate, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
wet
well,
and
no,
horrible, but
it was all right about 11 o'clock, but it's too late then when it's all wet. Mowing and that. You can't do it when the grass is wet.
no. We're doing that tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're doing the garden tomorrow, literally. So we've got to get that sorted.
It's all bloody grown too freaking quick.
We only did it a few weeks ago, literally.
Yeah.
Spent all day out there, and it looks like a shithole out there again now, literally.
Look at that.
I know. I've just cut that. I know.
I got 100 acres to do.
good,
Like, I'm serious now, but nah, I'll be all right tomorrow or the day after. Thursday should be nice.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
More hot weather.
It's meant to be dry for
Hopefully.
the next week at least. So.
Yeah. Getting there, Mike. How you doing? Oi.
I'm very keen. I am for this nice weather. Like I say, it's I'm going to sort my new passport out. It's run out. So
yeah, me too. I've got an expiry as well. Fucking hell, mate. It's 80 quid, isn't it?
yeah, that's all right.
It's like fucking hell.
£8 a year, mate. Well, it's whatever it is. They last 10 years.
You gotta have it, don't you?
Yeah, 10
It's still
years.
feel it's like nothing, isn't it? It's just like you don't mind paying for stuff, but it's just like say. Why didn't
Got to make sure you go abroad every
year.
year. You got to pull your finger out and get a holiday. And
Oh, mate, I need to. I think it's going to be a UK holiday for us this year, though, to be fair. And we're going to go away next year. We're planning on going to Spain or somewhere, Barcelona maybe, somewhere like that next year. That's the plan. But yeah, this year, I don't know. Yeah, Portugal's lovely, mate. You know what I mean? And it's quite cheap as well.
I've never been. They say that. And like I say, I've never been to Spain.
Chips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been?
No, I've not been. I've never been. I know people have been like a lot though. Have gone every year and stuff like that, and they swear by it. They always go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine
It's
moved
cheap
out
out
there. They bought some land and they've built a house and everything, and they're living it up Portuguese style.
Yeah, they're nice people as well. Do you know what I mean? They're really, really sort of down to earth, nice people. I like Italian people as well. They're quite nice. Like,
I'm
I
not
find
into the
French people are a little bit like they don't like us so much, do they? Really?
I've never had a problem with
Italy,
French.
they've been lovely. No,
I will say no. Well, I know
my face.
I know a bit of French, and they like you as long as you try. You know, I was pretty good in school, and that's about 5 years ago. But
yeah,
as long as you try to speak to them, they love you. Then they're like, oh, you know, you've had a go. Like, yeah, everything changes. Then don't go to Paris. I say, just go out in the outside somewhere. Yeah, you'll get on well in France. They're all right. Not too bad, the French, but the Italians I can't get on with. But I got
really.
Yeah, they pissed me off more than once.
So, yeah, a lot of people say that about them. I guess it's because I always used to go out with Italians. I used to go out with an Italian family. We always used to go out like together, a couple of families. So I suppose it's a little bit different because we're almost kind of like integrated into them already. Yeah. So yeah. As an outsider, I wouldn't know really, to be fair. So
yeah, Croatia. I'd like to go there on a cross a bit, and then I've been to Greece, I've been to Turkey, like I've been all round. I fucking love a holiday. I've been lucky enough. I was with a traveling family, like we've always since I was young, we've always had
Yeah.
at least one holiday a year, and really,
Yeah,
got
we
me
were like
going.
that growing up. Our dad always made sure we had, you know what I mean? We always used to go somewhere. Italy was always
Yeah.
a favourite and
That's
stuff
it.
like that. But we went further out. We went out to Australia one year. We done
Yeah, I've
sort
been
of
there.
like, it's
Only on
lovely,
my own,
mate.
though, but yeah, lovely.
Oh, mate, even better, to be fair. I love travelling
Yeah.
by myself.
Me
I
and
think
my
it's-
mate
some
went
people don't
when we
get it.
were.
I love it.
Me and my mate went when we were 21, 22, like, and we had 6 weeks. Well, I had 6 weeks. He had 9. I think he stayed an extra month nearly. So he
Yeah.
had 9. And that was brilliant. Yeah. A lot of traveling on buses back then because they didn't have cheap airfares. But fucking hell, it was good. We saw a lot of the country. We went all the way down the East Coast and then up the middle. And then I left from the top. And, Darwin. Fucking hell, I had a hell of a time. But no, anyway you can go, because I reckon it helps you. It makes you more open-minded, more, more
Traveling
into,
does. It does. It
Yeah.
really does make you more open as a person, and do you know what I mean? But yeah,
less
I
of an
love
asshole, really.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're speaking to different people, isn't it? You have to kind of like not come down to their level, but you're kind of like the on the other side of the coin. You know what I mean? So
That's
you
it.
understand how people are. Do you know what I mean? Especially when I went to Nepal, it was like that. I felt
Fucking
like
hell.
I was the minority out there, but do you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
make you feel very welcome still. You know,
You can't
It's
take
crazy.
the piss when you're amongst people, when you're not in your own country, when you're not amongst people, when you just traveling, a bit of money, a few clothes, you can't
Yeah.
take the piss. It's not possible.
Exactly.
It's good. I like it. I think it's like I say, if I ever have kids, if I, I've always recommended it. I got cousins and that they all take their family off. It's one thing they do because it's I say nothing beats it really. It's really nice going on around here, this country. But yeah.
Yeah, and it's addictive as well, isn't it? Once you start doing it, it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like you've had it and you think, oh, I'm all right for like a year now. You want to go straight away. You're like, that's it, I want to go. You know what I mean?
I think I probably only missed about 5 out. Well, COVID took bloody 2-3 years, but yeah, probably only missed about 5 years out of ever since I was about 10. So 5 years out of 30 years. I've always had a holiday. Like I like
Not
a
bad,
city break as well. Oh, I know. I know. A few days in Germany. If I've been to Holland about 5 times, I like a bit of that.
Oh,
Back
mate,
when
I couldn't even tell you how many times I've been to Holland. I fucking love the place. I fucking love it. That's one place I would literally move to. I love Holland. I love the people. I love the culture. I just love it. It's great. The only thing about it is expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's Europe, and anyway, Europe is expensive.
Oh,
Same as here, though, isn't it? No matter
yeah,
where you are, isn't it? We're all similar prices, aren't we?
So
It's shocking now. You
let's,
can't make the money. That's the problem. You can't make the money anymore that you used to make. Like, we had a hell of a lot of good years where I could make so much money, and then rinse it, and that's fine. But now it's come down to the fact that money's harder to come by now, a hell of a lot, because the bills are massive. That's the problem.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll start coming down a bit though. The petrol's come down and the diesel's come down now at least anyway. And the food they're saying is now starting to come down.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Justin,
Here he is. Get in there. How are you?
Justin, you little prick. How you doing?
How are you doing? I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, I was in that kitty cat stream last night, mate. She is a fucking nutcase, mate.
Early this morning, I woke up about 7. I saw you in there about.
Mate, mate. Honestly, she is one fucked up person, mate. That fucking. I've been up all night, because the cat. And she is fucking crazy, mate.
Yeah.
She's got a screw loose somewhere, like, you know what I mean. I think she's got bipolar. I reckon she's got that.
I think we're all a bit nutty on here, though, aren't we? We all get a bit fucking nuts at times, don't we?
Yeah, I totally agree. But you don't go phoning the police, or do you?
No, never.
No. When I've had fireworks fired at my window, I called the police the one time. But apart from that, that was was different. That was I was being shot at the time.
Yeah, but she interacts with the stream, right? And she reads the comment and she phones the police on them. Like, the police can't do nothing about it. It's a comment at the end of the day. It could be a child behind their actual profile. She doesn't get it. Can't get it through her thick head. It could be a kid
Yeah.
behind her. You know what I mean?
There's very little that you can actually say that they can prove for you being a criminal. Malicious communication sounds like a vast thing, but it's very narrow. They've got to prove it, and it's got to be something like danger to life, racism, you know,
It's
something
gotta
like
be
that.
specific, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Malicious communication sounds broad.
You got to prove that person who's behind that profile, like, you know what I mean?
It's
mate,
fucking nuts. It is.
Mate, her cheese has slipped off the cracker, mate. She's one salmon short of a picnic, I tell you that.
Barkley, you crap me up.
I want to ask you a question now, Rise. I got to ask you a question. A friend of mine reckons she sent you some Buckfast. Did you ever get it?
What?
A friend of mine reckons she sent you some Buckfast to your door on delivery a couple of weeks ago, or a week back or more. Never got it?
Never.
No. She sent you one. You were, you know, jonesing a bit for a few cans and that, and she sent you some Buckfast.
No.
Ah, fucking hell. Well, there you go then.
Well, if I had Buckfast, mate, I'd be trying it because I've never tried Buckfast before.
Yeah,
but,
no. She sent you some.
Wine or something.
Yeah, it's got caffeine in it. It's wine with caffeine.
If she actually did send it to me, the postman would have put a note through my door.
Yeah, she got delivery service and sent it to you. Like, I'll have to ask her. Like,
oh, delivery service. So it's not the postman, then.
No.
So she'll have to look that up, the actual delivery service, and tell them to re-deliver it when I'm basically you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I'll tell her. Like I say, she was saying, she sent, you know.
No, I didn't receive anything. Honest God, I swear on my mum's life, I didn't receive nothing.
No. Well, I'll tell you right now. Like, I'll just level it out. Like, she was the one that sent you the non-alcoholic beer that wound you up a couple of months ago. She felt bad. She felt bad about it, so she sent you some Buckfast.
Oh, really?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I chucked them out the window.
Yeah. Oh, she made me record it. She's like, you got to see this. And I was like, oh, let's have a look. And then, yeah. No, but she sent you some Buckfast, so yeah, you never got it. Fuck, all right.
No, I didn't, mate, honestly.
Fucking hell. Never mind, I'll tell her.
It's kind of funny because, like, every time this is not Justin, listen to this, right? This is true, right? Every time I do a stream, right, there's literally 4 people that actually pay for my delivery, for the delivery come to my door, and I don't ask for nothing. Literally, hand on heart, I don't. And
people like you, and they're probably worried about you, isn't it? That's probably, you know what I mean. They want to send you some food, make sure you're all right.
Yeah,
it's nice of people to do that, isn't it? Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah. Oh, fine. But it's every streamer.
I get any, they're unpaid. They're all unpaid.
So that Buckfast, I heard about that Buckfast. It's supposed to be really, really strong, isn't it? Thick.
It's like wine, but it's got caffeine in it, so it's like an energy drink mixed with wine.
I heard that it's better drunk and cold, not warm.
I only time I've ever had it was back in the day when we used to make these punches when we were all nutters at parties. Used to chuck that in the punch, like with a ruck of gin and a ruck of other
stuff. They love it in Scotland, don't they? But it's made in Somerset, apparently.
I'm in Scotland. I'm in Scotland now, actually. I live in Scotland.
It's exported that way, but we don't drink it down here. But like I say, it's made down here and then shipped up there. What does it tell you?
Yeah, I live in. Yo, Justin, I lived in Wales, I've lived in England, now I'm in Scotland. Next stop is Ireland.
Oh, really? Fucking hell, Northern Ireland. Like, hang on,
never been to Ireland, never.
The nicest part. I'm gonna travel the world, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try it.
Mate, there's nothing like traveling. If you can get off and, you know, do a bit, there's nothing like it, honestly. It makes you just like a more rounded person all round, doesn't it? Yeah. I think traveling.
Because you've got to have all your jabs. You've got to have all your jabs and that. But I've never had a jab in my life. Never. And or not. I've never had a jab. I've never been ill in my life. And I'm 35 years old. Never been ill in my life. Never even when I was a kid. My mum called me the devil child.
Yeah, mine the same. I'm the devil. Yeah, man.
No, you just lost your hair instead.
Yeah. Do you know what? I hate my hair. I've got hair. A lot of people think I'm bald, but I'm not. I just don't like my hair.
Did you know you can get this stuff off the internet? It's called hair grow, and apparently it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Honestly, God.
I put it on my balls. I got a perm. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh
dear me. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke, people. Come on. Fucking hell.
Did you just say you got bit on your ball?
No, we were saying about this. Oh, the joke's gone now, Ninja. You fucking lost it, mate. I'm sorry.
Okay, toupee is the only way for Justin, I reckon. Let's be honest.
Yeah, toupee.
A good wig, like, you know, just on the top there, like, you know.
Oh, mate. We used to have a teacher at school. He used to have this fucking hair all the way down here, and he used to flick it over. Yeah, so it just used to look like hair, but in the wind it used to like blow, and he used to just have this one bit of hair going all the way down. It looked weird as fuck, mate. And he'd be there trying to flick it over, flick it back. You know what I mean? Nah, mate. If it's gone, it's gone. Just take it off.
What's it? Danger. Do you know this court case with Faith?
Oh yeah. No, I've heard. Yeah, I do follow it a bit.
Apparently, I'm supposed to be going to the police station on the 27th this month, and all I got to do is sit there and say no comment, no comment, no comment. And my actual lawyer said he's number 2 in Scotland. He said to me, "Don't worry about it." He said nothing's going to happen to you. He said,
"Yeah."
So I'm happy with that.
No, I'd say most cases, most things like that, just fuck them. Say no comment, and then you'll be all right.
They've got to prove it, haven't they? There's no evidence.
Exactly. They've got to prove it. So if you just don't let them bully you, just say no comment, and you might be all right.
Apparently, it's supposed to be 40 minutes to an hour. I've got to be there sitting and answering questions.
Oh, they'll probably put you in a cell, make you wait as well. The cunts. That's the kind of bullshit the cops pull.
No, they wouldn't do that, would they?
Well, they might do, just to put the screws on you a bit.
No, my lawyer's actually coming with me, so I doubt that's going to happen.
Oh well, yeah, no. If your lawyer's coming, yeah, but they'll go through a big ass long bloody interview, like, you know, they'll do it. Like, I've had a couple of these fuckers, but yeah, they're assholes. They are like.
I've actually got the video of him saying, "No, I want to see something funny. I'm going to phone the police on him." And I was like, "What?" I was surprised in my own stream. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You fucking junky ass motherfucker!" He stinks of fucking shit, mate. Honest to God, I don't know why I let him in that flag.
I don't understand it. You should, like, say, you should have took him to the pub and done a bit of live and then fucked him off. Like, I don't know. Or whatever. It's weird. It's weird meeting people with things. I'm up for it. I've met a few back in the day, but now it seems like a lot of
backlash.
You know, well, people doing it for content. Like, fuck knows what they'll do. You know.
Well, he set his hair on fire. He's basically cut his hair off. He's basically ordered his sister down for his uncle to have sex with. He's apparently covered up. He's covered up. Yeah. He's covered up a murder. He's done loads of shit, mate. He's one fucked up dolly wally.
Who knows? Who can be sure? Who can be sure about anything, though, innit? Who can be sure?
I don't know what's wrong with the guy. Anyway, I only want to pop in and say hi. Anyway, and I'll speak to you guys later. Right? Have a nice stream, okay? See you later, Justin.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
You know, having a nice bong. I'm off the smoke. Like I say, having a bit of a rest. Like, I've still got a ruck here. Like, it's ridiculous. Like I say, Katie's wife keeps calling me a drug addict. It's like, well, I have drugs. I just don't take them like all the time. Yeah, it's weird.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Not addicted to anything. Like,
people like that, they sort of brand me again because I smoke the weed. They brand me a druggie, but it's like, you know, I might be. I've never taken heroin in my life. I've never taken crack in my life. I may have dabbled with the old ecstasy back in the 90s and that, a little bit of speed, but that's as much as I've ever done, and it's always been recreational. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
never dream of doing heroin or anything like that, you know.
I've never been
But yeah.
dependent on anything. You know what I mean? That's the weird
No.
thing. So I've never thought, I've never been jonesing. I've never been like, when the
No.
party stops, it stops, and that's fine. We crack on. We go back to work. We go and do what we do.
Exactly. Work hard, play hard, mate. I always say it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's always been
Work
like
hard,
that.
play
And
hard. Yeah.
all my group of friends are like that. They all do a
Yeah.
bit. Here and
Same
there,
as
and
me. Yeah.
they've got families now, and they've all they've got big businesses and everything. Like, and they're all very successful people, and they still might have a go on something every now and then. And that,
Yeah.
it's just a recreational thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I got a mate who races cars at the weekend as well. He doesn't do drugs or anything like that, but he'd fucking always go and race cars flat out. But he's not. It doesn't rule his life, Some of what he does is a bit dodgy. Like, let's just say, it's not all on the fucking. That's that thing, isn't it? I don't know. There's a lot of grey areas, and I say the cops are cunts, but there's a bunch of people. I don't know if you watch Old Gert. Fuck me. Have you been seeing that with her and Rob?
You fucking hell, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
There's a video the other day in the morning, and they fell out about 4 o'clock in the morning, and he fucked off, and she got on the phone to the cops about, he's had 4 Carlins. And he's drove off.
Stopping him in, innit? It's a little bit naughty, innit, really? Not that he should be doing that anyway, but no, you don't.
Oh, it depends. Yeah. Carlin's 4%. He might not even be over the limit if he's had him over the line.
Again, if he's eating with that, probably not.
Exactly, yeah. And like it's not like he's raging drunk like she fucking.
And you don't drink all 4 like in the space of like 10 minutes either, do you? It's over a period of time. So yeah.
She's paralytic drunk. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's just double standards. And like, I watched that and I was laughing. But this is serious.
It's not Stella Unfiltered, is it? It's Carlin. It's like piss water.
It is, yeah.
I don't know if people can drink it myself. I like a Foster's, mine, which is about the same sort of percentage, isn't it? But
they're dropping that down now.
Have they?
They're dropping it down to 3.8, which is depressing.
Fucking hell. Leave it alone, people. It was a nice pint.
It's
weird.
A
nice pint. Yeah.
I find it all weird, saying, but the idea when she's off her fucking tits, like, she's always a nightmare. Basically the worst person ever. Like, well, on the internet, from England, like, fuck me. Gosh. Oh. So
I'm gonna get off here, mate. But I'm gonna go on to the other channel. I'll go on to Justin's World in about 20 minutes and do another one over there. So if you're about, pop in.
Yeah, I might put some wings on or something. I don't know. I've not eaten yet. I've had a busy day. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I see you about and I'm back, I'll jump on.
Yeah, just pop in, mate. You're always welcome. Yeah. Thanks for joining the panel, mate. I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, bro.
See you later.
See you later. Yes. All right, and people right there. Thank you. That has been really, really good. I've enjoyed that. Oh, let me put my camera on a sec while I'm saying goodbye. Yeah, really enjoyed that. I'm going to go over to the other channel now, so I'm just going to freshen up, get some drinks, whatever, and I'll be back on in about 20 minutes. So see you over on Justin's World channel in a bit. Peace, one love to you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for being here, you beautiful people. One love.